Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? So as we've learned through history, mobile/handheld gaming consoles in Japan has always taken the spotlight over its less popular brother, the home consoles. So how exactly is the Nintendo Switch doing in Japan even with all the stock restraints? It's been over half a year since the Switch came out, so all the initial hype sales should have died out by now. Is Nintendo Switch the gimmick console that so many people thought it was going to be when it first launched? Well, sales don't lie, so let's take a look at them. On 2chan recently and around the internet, a comparison table has been floating around of Nintendo Switch's first 26 weeks of sales versus PS4's first 26 weeks of sales. And as you can immediately tell, they both had a really strong start with over 300,000 sales, along with pretty close and strong second week and third week performances. But starting the fourth week, the PS4 takes big dips all the way to the 12th week where it goes down below 10,000 sales per week. The Switch on the other hand has been selling way above 10,000 units per week, all the way to the 26th week. So it looks like Nintendo's strategy of consistent releases throughout the year has been working out pretty well for them. Splatoon 2 was one of the bigger hits that gave it a healthy push midway through the current cycle, with over 670,000 copies sold to an estimated 1.2 million Switch owners in Japan at the time, which means over half the people who own a Switch in Japan got Splatoon 2. Pretty impressive for a fairly new IP in Nintendo's library. While it took the PS4 69 weeks to hit the 1.5 million milestone, Nintendo Switch was able to hit that mark in 26 weeks. You might be thinking now, okay, Nintendo Switch is a hybrid console. Technically, it's still half a portable console. Of course, it's going to be doing better than a home console in Japan, where handheld gaming is still king. So rather than comparing it with the PS4, let's see how it looks against the 3DS, the current reigning champion of handheld console gaming. The 3DS launched early 2011 and sold over 400,000 copies during its launch, which is a little bit more than the Switch, but not by that much. Of course, the 3DS went on to sell more than 5 million units in the first year just in Japan, but as you can see in the graph, the Switch is almost right up there with it. The Switch is currently projected to hit a little under 4 million units in the first year of sales, which will be around 80% of what the PS4 sold in its entire lifetime in Japan so far. So, the Switch is doing very well currently in Japan. There's a sort of consistency in the numbers that's starting to look like how the Wii did in Japan, and if the Switch does anywhere near as well as the Wii did, I think we can all agree that's going to be a pretty big win for Nintendo. Even though it's a hybrid portable system that's meant to fuse portable and the home console into one, I don't think Nintendo is done with the 3DS just yet. From last July to this July, the 3DS still sold about 2 million units just in Japan alone. So if you're worried about Nintendo retiring the 3DS, you most likely don't have to worry about that until a few more years down the road. Though the most exciting games that are coming out most likely will be on the Nintendo Switch. And remember, Pokemon isn't even out for the Nintendo Switch yet, and we're already seeing these numbers. Imagine what we would see after it comes out. So there you have it. 6 months after launch, the Nintendo Switch is looking to become the next console giant in Japan, and will most likely overtake the Wii in the near future if sales continue to be as consistent. So, do you guys think the Switch will become the next Wii for Nintendo? Or do you guys think it'll lose steam somewhere along the way? As usual, let me know down in the comments below. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for Tokyosaurus for the latest things people are talking about in Japan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.